I think we're muted. Oh no, this thing. Oh, the value of the is not high enough. So give me a second here. Oh no, the bit got ruined. We can do it again. We're gonna do a whole reset of the bit. uh, right. Let me see what's going on here. Why that's happening. I can hear Tato, but not the others. Okay. Of course, that's wonderful. Love that for me. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna. Gosh, what's it called? I'm just gonna up the gain on this. All right. Oh, oh yes, we'll go to starting season. Sorry. Reset.
G'day guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place and this is my face. Don't question it, this is my face. I just haven't been outside in a while and so I've lost my usual tan. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful, talented, exuberant, delectable co-hosts, my Australian streamer friends, and the new game master for this third part of this 5-part series of Forge. So I'm glad you're joining me here on my channel, here at the Dead Aussie Gamer, where if you have not joined us before, this time last week and the week before, let me get you up to speed. We are currently playtesting and showcasing a brand new TTRPG in Kickstarters right now, and you can find a link to it in the chat right about now! Forge. There we are, look, a link to it. Perfect. I will allow my wonderful, delightful companions to introduce themselves in a moment. But first, we're going to jump over to the person in the Game Master chair to explain anything further about this here game that we're going to be playing today. Ricky, take it away.
Hey, thank you. Thank you there, Dag. I'm the maker of this RPS. It's Forge. It's made to be quick, easy, and universal. So you can play any type of campaign in it. You don't need to worry about making any new homebrews. You just get right to making characters quick and easy, anything that you like, and have wonderful tactical combat with it.
So you're saying that we could play a sci-fi game in this particular role-playing system?
Sci-fi,
we could play
horror,
a high fantasy game in this system.
high
We could play a
fantasy,
steampunk game in this system. We could play a
steampunk,
pirate shanty. No,
That's
shanty
right.
isn't a game to play, but we could play a pirate escapade.
We could play a pre-COVID.
We could pretend to be just modern day, but 2019. All right, so wonderful, Ricky. So if that sounds like you, then make sure to check that link out after this stream. Today we'll be showcasing a little bit more of what you can do in this system. But before that, we're going to drop down. I think I'll go around anti-clockwise from myself. So we'll skip over Owen, who couldn't be here today, and we'll go down to Quinn.
Hello.
Quinn, who are you?
Oh, wait, can you guys hear me? Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. I am taking over for Dag today for doing all the technical things, so if it's a little janky, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm Detective Tato. I will be playing Quinn, and I'm excited to be playing this system. We're gonna need a whole GM. We're gonna need to go over everything that's happened in the story because my brain has been fried from getting this system to work.
There.
Yeah, but I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. You can find me everywhere
Wonderful.
on Detective Tato. Yeah.
Detective Tato, search it in the Googles, you'll find it. Going across the bottom to Bethina, who are you?
Hi. I love that you said playing with your Aussie streamers, Dag, when I'm the only Aussie.
Don't know what you're talking about. We're all Aussies.
In this
Don't know what you're talking about. Everyone here is an Australian.
You sure?
That's right.
Hi, hello. My name is AJ Winters. I am a dungeon master and world builder from Winter's Tales. Today I am playing Bethina, though there's some stuff going on with Bethina. Last week we did, cause a mutiny on our ship, and I became a tribal leader of the 30 remaining people that crash landed onto the alien planet. So I'm intrigued to see how the rest of this goes.
Me too. And last but certainly not least, my favorite of the people present. Not that I play favorites, but I definitely do. Nobody can blame me for this guy being my favorite. He's most people's favorite because he's such a phenomenal role player, phenomenal storyteller, wonderful mind. He's handsome as all get out. Robert Hartley, the GM. Hi guys, I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I am a professional full-time dungeon master and TTRPG player. You can find me on all places at Robert Hartley, GM. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Dag. It was unnecessary. I understand that you have to run off now, so I guess we'll take over from here. And don't forget humble. Yes, he's very humble as well. So, without further ado, we'll jump into the story. I am playing Gurgle. AJ is playing Bethina, and Quinn and Tato is playing Quinn. And we are all survivors and crash-landed space astronaut people, scientists on an alien world.
More descriptions.
And we are playing hybrids today, hybridized animal people. So that sounds pretty fun. So I don't want to keep you from it. Let's jump into it. Over to
Yeah.
you, Ricky.
All right. So the last time that we left off, the crew had, like Bethine had mentioned, caused a mutiny, and a lot of things went wrong. Some prisoners had tried to kill them as they didn't feel like they were welcomed on the ship. So they tried to blow up their spaceship. It didn't work. They got imprisoned. But as they got closer to the planet, the prisoners did escape. They caused a huge explosion, causing everybody to crash land on planet Xena. And as they crashed, they went and found animals because they knew that they already can't reproduce on this planet. So in order to stay alive, they needed to adapt and find a species that was already part of the planet and become part
Bone
of the
some
planet.
animals. Yeah, the splice DNA with animals. That's what I meant.
Yeah, yep. Tato found a goat-like creature.
I found
Rob
I found a chimera manticore sphinx-like lionish creature
That was also blue.
that was blue, as all manticore sphinx lions are.
Of course, yeah. And I found a cross between a fox and a squirrel.
Squirrox.
Better than a
and
feral.
short
It was a feral.
shortly after
It was a feral squirrox. And, Dag's character found E. coli and died. That's why he's not here today. That's canon.
No, he found a mantis shrimp and then we lost him.
He drowned. He drowned trying to bone a mantis shrimp.
It's a very difficult job.
Ricky, where are we at?
The players also found a briefcase from the captain, and that briefcase had a journal in it that explained that there was something from Earth that was very similar to the crash landing of the meteorite on this planet. Although there was one slight material difference, and they had made a wand out of it. They found stone tablets that related to an ancient language that could potentially unlock powers. Now, they needed to find a second wand of some kind or make a second wand out of the meteorite to unlock the stone tablet, and they had not gotten to that yet. They were still scrounging. So as they landed, they do not know that a few things have went underway. So after the first year, a ice age had landed on the planet and everything went cold. Only some of their species survived, and they had to try very hard to survive. They all, if you guys open your character sheets, you guys are going to add a new ability called low temperature.
Ooh.
And with that ability, you guys are able to survive extreme colds because the ice age that happens on this planet happens very rapidly, and your species needed to evolve to survive. Right after that, a large amount of predators started to appear, eating most of the species that happened. I'll show some of those species now.
Is there a cost to that ability, or should we just put the cost at 0 because you're giving it as?
Yeah, just leave it at 0. I'll plug it in there. It's a 5 if you wanna plug it in. I think there's a way to drag and drop without the scaling, but I don't actually remember how to do that. So each of you around your little gathering of species have found small differences.
Oh,
in large predators that have, and after a few years. Oh,
you're good. You're good. You're back. You're back.
No, you're good. You're good.
Also, the vegetation has gone quite wild. It's gone to the point now that it is even the vegetation is dangerous. Similar to fly, what are the man-eater, what are those plants called? The Venus flytraps. Similar to those, except for they are active and will harm you if you get close.
No one? Anyone?
No, we got it. Flesh-eating plants, yes.
Mm-hmm. Flesh-eating plants and dangerous predators. So you guys have kind of had to bunker down and make sure that you're not being eaten by the environment and the extreme of the planet that has embraced you guys. And after a while, you've gotten through, you've learned how to adapt and kind of survive around these different problems and different challenges. And shortly after, you guys receive a message from one of the clans. You're not sure who it is. It's engraved in a bark of a tree. Show to everyone. That's not visible to players. Can you guys see that?
I can.
Yes.
Might need to blow it up.
Send it
Whoa.
up on screen there. Give me a second.
Try read it out.
Go for it.
Yep.
We welcome all species to our worldwide peace treaty, a pact making all intelligent species alliances. The event will also host a tournament. One champion from each clan will compete. We hope to make this an annual event. We have a surprise reward for the winner. The tournament will be a test of all skills. Number 1, bell matching, which will be your intelligence. Number 2, a swim test, which will be your damage, I think. Number 3 is a mating ritual, charming. Number 4 is a statue destruction. That's your damage. Swim test is dex. DX is dex. Yeah, dexterity. And number 5 is stone stacking, which will be your toughness. We hope all of us come together to make the world a better place. Now, we have 4 stats, and there are 5 things. It is 1 for each of the stats, and then 1 for charm. Charm is not on here, so what is that?
Correct. Charm is a common stat that's in a lot of games, and I wanted to show, even if a stat isn't from another game and you're familiar with something, you can still implement it into the system. It's very,
Sweet.
very
Very
easy to
clever.
bring something over. In this case, it's going to be your ability to persuade, and we'll show you how that's done when we get there. But
Wonderful.
Okay.
if you guys do accept, you can sign that and return it. The person will be back in a couple days to pick it up.
Who? So for clarification, for AJ, we split off into different areas. We started making our own sort of clans. A lot of people died. So from those 30 crew members, we there's an undeterminate amount. Who delivered this bar? Like
Don't worry
which?
about it.
Well, it wasn't just
which
30 of
crew
us, right?
member, and what have they developed into? Like,
Well,
I
it wasn't
wanna
just
know.
it wasn't just 30 of us. It was like the whole group of we had like a 30 bomb of our group, and then they had like
oh,
the
those
thousands
other.
of others
Okay.
because we got on the
I
big
thought they
ship.
all
I
died.
thought all died on the crash impact.
They might not have.
Only 30 people survived, and you guys had enough serums to kind of spread out through the survivors, and all the survivors needed to find a species, and they all kind of had their debate.
So
I
there's
don't know if
30
you remember
different
when you guys were.
species. 30 different
when you guys-
founding species of this planet now.
Yeah, all hybrids.
That's right. And the main thing is the intelligence is not normally a part of species. Since you guys are splicing, you guys are getting the intelligence getting combined with them, so it's expediting the intelligence. So only about 30 different species that are around are intelligent enough to communicate. The rest of are just
Gotcha.
predatorial animals.
Okay.
30 playable races of this new setting, essentially.
Interesting. Okay.
My Google's species has taken a dive in the intelligence because Google's the one who led them, and there's much more about hunting and protecting now. They're still intelligent. They're sentient. Let's put it
Okay.
that way.
I'm going to assume that that maybe the bark was mysterious, or do you know who dropped it off?
No, you
They're
guys don't know who it
Okay.
is, and it specifically says to
I'm
do that. If you
suspicious.
did want to see who picked it up, you can give me an IQ roll.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, done.
Just question everything.
Target's gonna be 17.
Oh wait, no, you got to roll on here, don't you? Not rolling reels.
Yeah.
Target 17. There we go. I've got 17. 1, 2. There we are. And then intelligence roll. I'm liking these odds, to be honest.
Oh, I got a good one.
I mean, I guess I might as well give it a shot, right? I mean,
I'm liking these odds, to be honest, says Rob, and then fails the roll.
I had a +2 to intelligence, so
what am I rolling?
is
Oh,
it?
intelligence roll. Okay.
Yeah,
Intelligence.
yeah. Hey, you succeeded
So
too.
nobody
No, none of us
happened
succeeded.
to see The target, you guys didn't change the target on the underneath the stats. That's okay.
Oh,
You
what
are
was the
aiming for a
target?
17.
17.
17.
17.
So you all failed.
Rob ended up putting
in
it
your face.
About as
Very
smart
close,
as I
but not
expected.
quite. The animal was quick. You can tell it was something small, but you couldn't see exactly what it was.
Okay.
I was licking myself.
What the hell? I'm actually
So-
impressed of how high your leg just got.
Thanks. Very flexible.
This is the extra work putting in right there.
Oh boy.
As the animal picked it up, he left you guys a location so that way everybody could figure out how to get there. And it is next to the meteorite, but you guys find it there, no problems getting there at all. And when
and
you
there's like a
show
full
up,
civilization. They've made benches.
yeah, it's been a few years. It's been a few years.
We do
Yeah.
not know anything about the world on here. We could have just taken over someone's ancestral home. We have no clue.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Okay, so Bethina is gonna rock up. Have we seen each other in this time? We just kind of split up and went and mutated.
We had our own adventures. Yeah, we just went
we
off.
had our own like 2-3 year adventure.
We had,
haven't
like,
seen each
shorthand
other. Like, this is a
radio. We're like, hey, I'm alive. You alive? Yeah, you good? I'm good too. Cool.
just walkie talkies, but they only work in certain altitudes. So Ricky, is this the first time we're reuniting in about 2 to 3 years?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. So for you two, you see Bethina like I think full pace on all fours, like leap into the space, look up. This is still a 75-year-old old woman now. But like piercing yellow eyes, fangs, ears, and large bushy tail. And following up from Bethina is like a horde of other tiny, small squirrel versions of Bethina. And they're all like like smaller versions of Bethina, but they all still look like an old woman. Just like a foxy squirrel old woman clan. And then
amazing.
I will get up onto the nearest rock and howl into the daylight. I'm assuming it's daytime.
You ever seen footage of a honey badger going up against a lion? Like in the fact that they have no fear. That's legitimate things. Like honey badgers are, this big, but they are the bravest animals in the world, and maybe stupidest, because they will go up against anything, and they will win because of their bravery. There is genuine footage of like lionesses going up to a honey badger, being like, "Is this something we can eat?" And the honey badger's like, and the lion's like, "Whoa,
all right, never
what
mind."
just happened?"
Yeah.
Basically, what has happened
Yeah.
as Gurgle has walked in, like stalked, and he is still bipedal, but he's got like a big weapon of some kind. He's got his blue horn out the front of his head. He's kind of got this shaggy mane, and he's got a huge lion tail. And he was like alphaing, like, "Oh, I'm a big," and then this tiny fox comes running out, and he goes, "Ah!" And he's that's like he gets the butt of his gun, and he's like ready to go for Bethina with it. He's like, "Bethina."
Yeah, go on.
Bethina. You look around and he's got like a harem of like lioness creatures that look pretty much like him as well. He's like, no. Bethina friend from before time.
You have a harem of lion women that you produced?
He's got a harem of the lion women that he.
Oh, the actual
yeah.
animal.
Yeah. And then,
He
and
took
then
this
he's got
seriously.
offspring. Yeah, and then he's got.
He's a busy boy.
Very clear. That was very
He
clear. That
was
Gurgle
like,
didn't
I'm
understand the
gonna
limitations
genetically
of what he was going
mutate.
to.
I'm
Exactly.
also going to have sex with the animals.
Exactly. How else are you going to reproduce to create more of yourself?
I just cloned myself. Mine are all versions
he didn't
of
have
me.
he didn't have the
Yeah.
the wherewithal to do so. So he's just got he's got offspring that look like differences, sort of interchange between him and the lion-like people, chimera people. The Bethina from before
Gurgle?
time.
Is that you?
Gurgle.
Oh, all right.
As soon as he
You guys
turns
hear-
around and says Gurgle.
Oh God, there's a horn.
You guys hear a horn? And of course, I'm a come walking in. I'm a full-on satyr at this point. My horns are glamorous. They're amazing. These have been shined to beauty. They are ready to go. And I'm coming over the highest hill possible. full satyr gear. Have like 4 or 5 different horns just kind of splattered about and going around. They're all wildly grown, but they look amazing. They're like luscious locks. You gotta let them grow. You gotta let them grow.
There's
That's amazing.
somebody's laid out a little bit of like nibbles, hors d'oeuvres, and things, and there's like a shrimp platter, and Gurgle will run over and go, Owen, Owen. At that point, picking up one of the shrimp.
Hello, friends. Coming down with a group of just a mob of satyr hybrids. I'm just like, this the fam.
Win, my love. It's been forever.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing. Oh my gosh, this
Thank
luscious
you,
fur.
thank
My
you.
goodness. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
yes.
Look at, oh my god, Gurgle, you looking.
I am 10 times more flexible than I was 3 years ago now. Can you believe that?
Graham,
I've,
we're
like,
about to find out.
de-aged.
We're about
Yeah,
to
you
find out today.
I'm gonna
Dang.
grab you by the tip of one of the horns and just kind of shake it a bit and see if it's attached.
It's
Quinn!
real.
Quinn!
Gurgle. As our horns are like hitting the same time, like, oh.
They get caught in each other.
Caught.
You're still bigger than me. You're still bigger than me.
Yeah, Quinn friend from before time.
Oh, it's
You
been a
have-
while.
Have a full harem of lion women.
Yeah.
All right.
You've
Good
been.
for you.
That's
Good
busy.
for you, Gurgle. You know, I'm impressed. I found a way to procreate. I didn't think that my uterus still worked, but look at this.
Oh,
Children, come say hi. You just see like feral tiny Bathinas all run up, all like.
we have. Wow, we all really we went at it. We all got kids. What's the lifespan? We don't even know the lifespan of our hybrids, do we?
Do you know what? I tried to find the most fast populating because I thought that would be the most useful, but I just keep having a lot of these things. This is just a quarter of them. We've got about 300 little lions running around.
Wow.
Back in our tribe.
Wow. What about you, Gurgle? How many? That's a lot of. How much family you got?
Yeah. Google got lost kids. Yeah.
I got some kids of my own. Just come say hi, everyone. Oh, hi, hello. Oh my gosh.
Google just picks one of them up by the scruff of the neck and just like puts him on his shoulders without the kid asking. Just puts good.
There's so much fur.
Google kid like kids too, and he picks up one of his kids and puts him on the other shoulder.
One of like a horde of about 3 tiny Bathinas start like clambering up one of your kids, Tato, just like all over the horns, just like
they're used to it.
shaking you.
They're all climbers. Everyone's here is a climber. It's fine. It's love to be climbed on. It all works. This is great. All of our kids get along. This is so good.
Are you all as suspicious as my clan is about the mysterious note and also this entire civilization that's been built? Like, which one of the crew that we led in a mutiny has somehow, like, called upon us and is trying to be some sort of, like, king in this space? Because I will defeat them.
Sarah.
Sarah's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, Sarah was dying.
Still.
Oh my gosh, is that another group over there on the other side?
As Bathina says that, you guys hear a large bell go off. Bong. You guys look up at the podium up top with the royal seatings. You guys see a half goat creature, half woman, and a half rabbit, half man kind of species up top, and they say, "Hear ye, hear ye! We have called upon all of the intelligent species in hopes to reunite the world and hope to bring together a wonderful, fruitful world where we can grow together and love one another without war and without torture and pain."
But only with
So
lots
we
of
have
fighting.
decided to host this. we have decided to host this to bring together, and also we have one prize for the winner of the champion, and that is to be announced once the tournament is over.
Sorry, hi. Bethina here, former mutiny king of the Serenity. I just want to ask a question. You're calling upon all of us to unite us by making us compete against each other for one prize.
Yes.
Okay. I'm down. I'll defeat all of you in the name of peace.
This will also kind of prove which species of us is the strongest, and maybe who we should look up to for strength and
Who
guidance.
the leader will be in this new era of peace. Yeah.
You hear the
Competition.
spider. Can you guys see those? For some reason on my screen they're kind of grayed out, but I don't think they're actually grayed out. I don't
No.
know
They're all
see
active on our screen. We can see them.
Okay. The spider species speaks up and says, "Oh, well, we already know how that went the first couple weeks." The spider looks over at the rabbit species, and he says, it didn't go too well for you." And the rabbit, you can see his face kind of change into an angrier face. He says, "Yes, you were eating us initially, as you guys may not have known that we were intelligent species, but our species has evolved, and we've grown stronger. I'd like to see you try to eat one of us now." The goat woman says, "Oh, hold on, we're not here to fight. We're here to unite. So
Like
please."
fighting.
Yeah, lots of fighting.
So please. And I'm proud to announce that we are not going to be fighting. It's just a series of tests to test all of your skills and to come over the overall. So the way this is going to work is there are 5 different tests. You're going to be scored on each of them, and whoever has the highest score at the end will be crowned the winner.
The king.
Right. For how long is this person a king for? Just quick question. Sorry. Just, sorry. A lot of old-timey speak going on. I'm getting...
Forever, unless we redo this competition every year or 10.
Let's do it like every 5. I feel like 5's a good
Every
time.
Yeah, I think 5's quite cyclical.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. All right, goat man. I accept your challenge. Also, sorry, dearie, I've got a bad memory. What was your name again? You were on the crew, right?
My name is Queen Horns. Yes, I am the daughter of Jessica, who unfortunately has passed.
Oh.
Jessica, with the nice bum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her daughter up on the podium was like,
I'm just quick pause. I just look at everyone like, it's okay. Look, can we just think about this? I'm a satyr. She's a satyr. I think this can work. I think I can really make this work, guys.
I think, Quinn, you've got a real shot.
You know what? Maybe after this, okay, we'll see how this competition goes.
Maybe in the charm competition, you could lay down some moves.
I'm gonna try.
Make a new species.
Hey, hybrids.
Whatever you are meets whatever she is.
That's how we're gonna survive, right? I mean,
yeah.
This will be fine.
So the first test to pop off is going to be the test of bells. What will happen is, if you look down over here, there are 4 bells, and over here there are 4 ringers. You'll have to ring each of the sounds of the bells and match them accordingly, bringing each bell to its correct spot. The bells are quite heavy, so there might be some strength involved here. So there is a small roll of a toughness of 7. If you do not pass the roll, you get a subtraction on your IQ score there, but it's mostly IQ. So whatever your IQ score is will be the main judgment. And we're going to do each test one by one. So all species will handle each test, and the bell test is the first. We'll go in order that we showed up, and since you 3 showed up last, you 3 will be going last.
Well, you chose to host it on a different continent, dearie.
There's a lot of travel going
on. Hard to get here very hard.
We rode on the backs of the manta shrimp, Owen's people, but they also prefer the water and didn't want to join today.
Yeah, Owen, I talk to him every once in a while. He's just busy.
Dearie, that's not
the shrimp platter. Not Owen.
No, dearie, that's not Owen.
Oh, good.
I really hope not.
Feel bad eating Owen. No, feel bad.
Yeah, you have had that. Oh,
His intelligence went down, Quinn. How did that happen?
I don't know. Does he still know how to fly things really well? I bet if we
think
put him
it's
on a
because
bird.
he hasn't spoken to another being. He is in love with, a whole horde of lion women.
Several years, he's not had
Yeah.
any reason to use any of his degrees or his wits or anything. He's just been reproducing with lion women.
Full
I think he's just
animal mode.
Deteriorating over
I
time.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I brought my books along with me, and I think that kept me sane for a
Oh.
while.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
read to the
yeah.
kids. I think that's the only reason why I kept.
It's
kept the language
lovely. That's so sweet, Quinn.
Yeah,
Also, might I add, you're looking mighty fashionable. I like that. I like the get-up. I like the.
Great thing about procreating with goats are you can create more clothing out of their fabric. So the best part of that is you can just shear and then
What?
make new clothes. I know they're really fashionable.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant their skin, and I was getting a
Yeah,
bit.
leather. I thought you were talking about goat leather.
Yeah, I thought I was getting a bit queasy there, Quinn.
But you
but,
can
know,
reproduce with them, and then you
you
can
can-
slaughter them and fly their skin. I've started calling myself Buffalo Bill.
the wool of the goat. It sounds a lot better. Absolutely freaking fantastic. I'm loving the get-up and the polished horns. You must have spent some time on that.
It's really hard to find good leather. I don't know how you keep your fur so clean. It looks so shiny.
We lick each other.
That makes sense. That would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, self-cleaning tongue.
Oh, yeah. We don't really have that unless we get sheared. It kind of gets heavy, kind of have to shear every once in a while.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, I'm ready to watch other people do bell challenges. I have a question. If we observe the other people and how they do things, wouldn't we then know how to do the challenge? Are we being isolated away so we can't discern how to win?
We are gonna do a practice, so everybody will have a fair chance at all of
Okay.
these. So the practice round is to occur now. Everybody go ahead and get used to what's going on.
Mhm.
As she says that the bee colony announces that they will not be participating in the tournament. They are here for the peace, and that they don't care for the prize. They just want to make sure that everybody unites, and they are for peace entirely.
One down.
Hey.
Nice. Also,
She
you
goes
got to
and
be
joins them.
concerned about someone who tries to procreate with a bee.
How did that even
What is
have so many
for
questions?
Ricky, what is the target we're trying to reach?
So there's no target in this one. You're just going to be rolling the stat for IQ, and the target for the toughness for this one is 7. So you'll roll against a target of 7 for toughness, and then you'll just roll IQ and whatever value is going to be your target.
Okay.
Don't even have a problem lifting that up.
Oh, I got a
So-
crit success.
Nice.
Worst time to
That'll
have.
give you- that'll
Hey,
give
of
you a
course,
bonus.
in the practice round.
I lift up the bells. I lift all of 4 of them at the same
I
time.
was about to say. I think the bells have got to go over there. Okay, so it just lifts up the thing that all 4 of them are attached to, just like one of those milk things.
Where would you like them, dearie?
It's like a
Fangs
full on.
bared, yellow eyes. Where would you like them?
Find some easy trick on maneuvering them. They just happen to fit perfectly into your body, or some cavity or something. And
I've
they're
just been
able to-
holding a
they're
lot
able
of
to-
children.
Yeah.
She's got
Yeah, you
all the
constantly-
arm
Constantly.
strength.
Also,
yeah.
because we're still Bethina was quite short. I think Bethina was only 4'2" or something. Being that she was an old woman, she was already deteriorating and shrinking, and then she turned into an even smaller creature. So I think the reason that you have survived is based on the fact that they had to take down beasts larger than them, and so Bethina's just gained
Hybrid mind,
strength and
hybrid pack.
ferocity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hyper pack mentality. She led a mutiny. Bethina's feral.
She was ready to lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
just for chat to know, Bethina crit success, obviously.
On the practice.
On the practice. Gurgle got a 25, and
It
Quinn
sucks
rolled a
that that's the
21.
practice.
Yeah, I know. The perfect time to use it, of course. You can't show us up.
You can keep those rolls. There's no rolls for the practice. So we're just going over how to ding the bell, how to map. So we'll
Gotcha.
keep those rolls.
Yeah,
That's fine.
cool. And then how do we roll just
Google.
straight intelligence without a target? Do we just say the target is 0 or like what?
Yeah, just leave the target number. We'll just ignore it.
Okay.
Google happened to get a 16 on the intelligence check.
Nice.
Very nice.
Bethina got an 18.
Nice.
You're not Corey. Stop it.
Queen got an 11.
And 11.
Google
other-
comes
the
over
other-
to try and point out to you what to do. It's really demeaning.
I thought, how is he so good at everything?
The big bell has to go in that other bell slot with the ringer.
Oh, I got that. I knew that. I totally knew that. Yeah.
You guys see a floating worm species come through. Their strength seems to be lacking. They're having a hard time lifting the bells, but they do pretty well on the matching. They get it almost on their first try. Very easy. The species that goes after them is the bull species. Bull species critted on their. They can carry those bells like it's nothing, just like Athena can, no problem. And
It's about to be a bull
spider
squirrel
species
hybrid.
and the other ones fared pretty well on the other species.
Mm.
So she says, "That's it. It concludes the bell challenge. So far, our winning leader is actually Gurgle.
What?
You
I rolled
are-
higher than a gurgle.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hi.
What? I rolled an 18.
I'm sorry. My
Gurgle.
bad. My bad. We can't. But Athena is in first place with 20. And in second place is the floating worm, followed by Gurgle. Then the spider species, goat species, the rabbit species, and last is what's your character's name? Shoot.
Quinn.
The goat. The I guess we need a different, because I have a
Mountain goat.
satyr, and you are also a satyr, right?
I will do a specific type of. I'll be extra mountain goaty.
Fawn.
Yeah, I'll be fun.
Extra
I'll be a
mountain
fun.
goatee.
Yeah.
Extra
Fawn,
mountain
second.
goat. The mountain goats versus the city goats.
Nice.
No, I'll go with fawn. Fawn's good. Yeah. I'm more pulling
Fawn?
a Kelso right now. I'll roll with it.
Nice.
Okay. Those are the leading starts. So the next test is a test of dexterity, and we are going to be swimming laps in the swimming pool there. You're going to do as many laps as possible in the 2-minute time frame, and that's just going to be a DX roll. Again, all the other
Flashback.
go first.
Owen truly would have loved this. You know, if you didn't have to go to war with the sharks, it would have been a great time.
Oh, brilliant.
grabs- Gurgle has grabbed that flying worm person and thinking it's like one of those stretchy bands. He's doing the up and overs to loosen up his shoulders.
What did you still have those on you? How long have those survived? I don't know how those haven't broken yet.
He uses them for other things. You see all of Bethina's children are just like holding up weapons they've found just in the area, like rocks and sticks and stuff. And when it was announced that Bethina's leading, they're all like just like throwing weapons at people.
Ferocious as fuck.
Yo, my fam be chilling. We are just playing some music, hanging out with the musicians. We're like, oh, cool. It's competition time.
Nice.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gecko,
I-
stop it!
Most of my family don't know what's going on. They're licking themselves and grooming. Sneaking.
Most of your
Sneaking up-
family are
most-
animals.
Most of my family are sneaking up behind other people who are sentient people trying to like pounce. So this is a dexterity roll. What's the target number?
No target, just whatever the total is.
Oh, it's just whoever's gets the highest. All right, dexterity. Here we go.
Oof.
Oh, 23 beat that.
Let's go.
Damn it.
Tato got a crit success. So-
Oh man.
I'm fighting
So
against
that-
one of
I
these
better
boys.
rock this. I better rock this toughness, because if I screw up the toughness, going on between
Give me-
tail between my legs.
Give me another roll on that on the dexterity. The crit is gonna add 2 to your roll.
Ooh, damn.
Sure.
Wow.
Wow, jeez.
Oh my
That is a one
lord.
dexterous goat right there.
Yeah,
let's
a ghost
remember, I
dex.
only live in the mountains, so I have to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
dexterous. Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting that you only live in the mountains, but you can swim more laps than
This
all
is
of
There's a
us.
lot
me
of
and
mountain
Owen
lakes.
are besties, okay? Me and my fam
You
and
go
his
visit
fam,
him
we
all the time.
connect. Yeah.
There's a mountain spring that goes all the way down from
Yeah,
your terrain in the mountains.
it's a
down to-
transferable skill, mountain climbing and swimming. It's the same motion.
Obviously, of course. Yeah. We
the hip
definitely have
flexors, yeah.
all the muscles for it. Yeah. Definitely
Love it.
have the feet for that.
The
Oh, boy.
the goat girl did not fare as good as you. So she's over there looking at you, quite impressed. She's checking out your horns, your sexy horns, and your beautiful coat. And
Every
the
single
wares
time I
that you
finish,
have.
I'm getting up and I'm pulling like a full on like slow motion, hair is flipping back. I'm like,
Nice.
Can you imagine the swirl that would come off of those swirly horns with the
oh,
water?
so amazing. They look so cool. Yeah.
You do it in
spiral of
like
water in slow motion above
have
you.
you seen those like water there? Yeah, those water things in slow motion where it's like all the droplets in like geometric shapes. That's what I'm imagining.
Every time
Like
it's just adding a
cinematic
flow to it.
shot. It's
Yeah, yeah.
just-
And
You
then
look
I
like
just
a chandelier for half a second.
I look over and just wink. And I just go back to my spot.
One of Gurgle's lion women comes over like looking, and Gurgle's like, I know, right?
Kind of crazy. Didn't expect it.
Bethina gives you like a little like slight underhand like high five, just like yeah,
Yeah, just a sneaky like, hey.
yeah.
Very well. So far, we have. If I could do math.
You can do it. I believe in you.
It's fine. This is the only time I'll ever actually pretend that I do athletic things. This is great. This is why we RP.
That's why you put so much into dexterity because you're like,
What is
I
your-
wish.
Yeah.
What is your dex? Can you hover over it and see on roll 20? Yeah, 15 plus. You've got a plus 14 in dex. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I full on. That's the only way to survive out there. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
We climb the mountains, we
Gotta-
going. Yeah.
Fair.
Quinn is in first place with 42. Gurgle is in second with 39. The floating worm is in third with 36, followed by Athena with 31.
Yeah.
That round screwed you, Athena. Screwed you out of your lead.
We getting real OP right now. I'm all in for the fam. We killing it.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
Team
just
Mutiny.
really glad that I did so well at the intelligence round because I've got a 2 in that and
Yeah.
I've got plus 10 in everything else.
My favorite part is
23 is a lot.
it's great because Rob, for your character, nothing's really changed. You're just really good at just random times for intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. There's only very specific intelligent things that I'm good at. I've still got the ability that I gave myself called Masters in Mechanics. and the bump text is I know things related to motion and forces such as gravity, friction, and inertia. So
that's how he wooed
Related to
the
that.
lion Kim.
How I did it.
Mhm.
That's how I
Yeah.
did it.
It's all in the
It's
motion.
all of the motion and friction.
Very well.
Uh,
Very well. We are on to the next challenge, which will be stacking of stones. You are going to place stones on your body until you cannot take it anymore. So everybody give me a toughness roll.
all right.
Oh, it's tough this time.
It's
Wow,
tough
this is terrible.
this time.
Are those 20s? Those are D20s, right? Good lord. Oh no, I rolled 5D4.
Could have been a lot better. I only rolled a 7 for a total of 23.
Holy cow.
Still good.
Yeah,
Jeez.
could have been better. It was below my average.
I rolled a 10. I was too tired from the bell
I
lifting.
could have had up to 36 on that.
I'm exhausted. I used everything in that round. I had to win it for my boy, and I had to win it to show off. All right, how many times and opportunities do you get water and like athletics going?
Yeah, yeah. And flirting.
And flirting.
You
and
know?
flirting.
That's a lot of mind power
Yes.
to
Had a lot of practice.
Jesus, Gurgle.
Pushes it over and holds it in one hand.
23 boulders. Bit of a show off.
All right, kids, you just
And then he does the
you
deadlift
call
and
uncle.
brings himself up.
You call uncle when
And then just
when
lets
things
them all
go
go.
down. Full on Hercules, actual Hercules.
The
And he drops
kids
down and
look...
starts doing push-ups.
My kids look really competitive. They're like, they want to challenge Gurgle. I'm like, no, stop it.
A bunch of my kids have come over and sat on my back as I'm doing this.
Nice.
So,
Number 6
That-
on the chores list. Gotta
You
stay
still
in shape.
follow it?
He forgot all the
Only
others.
number 6.
It's number 6.
It's like the 10 Commandments of Gurgle's species and his culture. His whole
Starts
culture
with
is
number
like 10
6.
commandments. But it's just the first 5 just kind of move around a bit and change up, area dependent. Number 6 is always work out every day.
that concludes the toughness challenge. That puts Gurgle in first place with 62. I don't know why I don't write your names down so I don't forget them. Quinn in second place with 58. Athena
Coming up
has
behind.
dropped down quite a bit.
Yeah.
The floating worm is in third with 53. Then the spider at 42, and then Athena at 41.
I'll come
how's-
back.
How's my go girl doing? How we?
How's my boo?
She's just staying
She's
down there.
out. She's out of
She
the
is not in last.
competition.
She's second from last. She's beating the rabbit race.
All right, this is good. I'm looking good here. This is put it in easy work. This is gonna be fine.
If anything, Quinn, if she doesn't win the competition but you get close to the top, that should be part of your marriage pitch.
Yeah. Is this how we?
You
how
know,
do
to
mar-
better her species, to like join into your clan. Yeah.
double, triple down on this. Yeah.
Yeah,
we-
yeah.
I'm all for this.
She did match you on the stones, so she was proud to keep up with you in that challenge.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
that's some arm strength.
I'm
need that.
making eye contact with her only the whole time. Which is the
Boulders.
competition. All right, can we be equals? Let's go.
Nice.
All right, next up is the damage challenge. We are going to come over here to this stone block, and you're going to try to break it as much as you can. So you're going to roll your damage stat. Anytime you are breaking any object in this game, the difficulty is chosen by the GM, and you roll your damage, or your ferocity stat against that object. In this case, it's just a challenge, so we are just rolling your stat just like we've been doing. But if you were to have like a wooden door, you could choose like a 12 or something like that. And I have examples of that in the back of the rule book that'll explain, a few stone doors, wooden doors, stuff like that, just for examples.
Mhm.
But
Alright.
go ahead and give me a ferocity roll.
Alrighty.
You look around when it comes to his turn, and Gurgle's not around. But then you see him re-enter the arena, looking very sweaty and with claw marks all down him. And then one of his lion people walks in behind him because doing push-ups and workouts and getting all sweaty got her in heat. So he had to go do what he had to do.
Is it
but then he
like
comes-
actual
but then he comes
lions
back in
where
and he-
they like bully you into it?
Yeah.
Have
Oh
you
yeah.
seen that? Female
Biting and
lionesses
like,
are like
Come on.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
When
like
they
bite their
want
testicles and stuff.
when they
and be
want
like,
stuff,
"Oh,
they like will attack you until you do.
very much so.
There was no
That's
choice in
crazy.
it. You had to go. You're like, oh, okay, all right, we're going.
So he comes, yeah, exactly. So he came back in like feeling better, and he just charges the full length of the arena and just boom headbutts the rock with his horn for a
Nice.
23,
Wow.
which again is below my average.
Athena is also like incredibly ferocious and what but in comparison, rather than headbutting, is going to like scratch at the rocks with claws until the rock breaks. Which is
Oh,
terrifying to watch.
Yeah. And it says something about the makeup of your claws that the rock will wear away before your claws do.
Yeah, that's intense.
And like
That'd be
titanium
something.
in her claws.
yeah.
I'm Wolverine.
I'm gonna look over to my boy. I literally just, Gurgle, this for you, buddy. This for you. Ooh. Going in with a 25.
Whoa! I really
Google's like
want.
cheering
I
you on
want
and
Quinn to be our
shouting.
king. I really want Quinn to be the king.
Oh,
So
yeah.
far, I'm getting MC character roles, so I'm I'm like waiting for the downfall because these next ones are gonna be bad. I can guarantee it.
The next one is charm.
Oh.
So-
You got this in spades.
25.
Which
I
one's the
think
mix
we
of
win.
charms again?
I don't
Not
know.
sure. Well, that's
We're
the
gonna
one
get to
that's
that.
in here
Oh,
as,
right.
as a demonstration of how to port over other things into this one.
Right. Let me do some quick maths.
So good.
So right after hitting it as hard as possible, I'm just gonna look over to my fawns and be like, "All right, kids, play some music. It's time for the champion to roll in."
Da, da, da,
And they all got panpipes. You've taught them all different instruments. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just
I want to
horn.
play. I want to
It's-
learn the panpipes. He's like,
if it-
no, Jeremy's got the panpipes. You have to learn drums. We don't have anyone on percussion yet.
If one of your horns gets ripped off, do you turn that into a musical
I
instrument?
will turn
Is
it
like that-
immediately
is
into a
that
flute.
what they're playing?
Yeah.
cool. Nice.
That'd be a cool character, wouldn't it? To have a character that's all about like a bard of like a playing somebody who's about
Yeah,
performance
they
and
can
stuff,
play
and
their
they
own
only
horns.
have one horn, but they use the other one as an instrument.
It's like they are their
Just force
own
it back on
ocarina.
themselves.
Hmm.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
It's got like an attachment that they can just like
Yeah.
clip it back on.
Yeah, that's
So they
cool.
can detach it.
Every big battle, it's great because you can make that like a whole entire like every time a big battle happens, something falls off, make a new weapon out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's the
nice.
upgrade.
Make a weapon out of it.
Love that. Ricky, how are we doing in this competition? Who's winning?
Yeah, what's our
So-
loot be looking like?
So you notice that the goat woman Quinn didn't want to hurt herself or make herself look beat up or damaged in any way. So she kind of didn't put too much effort into it, and she kind of stared at you the whole time to see if you were watching,
She's gonna be high
but she
maintenance,
didn't do
mate.
too well. They go up to announce that concludes the ferocity challenge. The first place is still Gurgle, but Quinn is not far behind with only 2 points behind. It's 85 to 83. However,
Looking
Bethina
at
did
his-
drop.
No, go on.
Bethina did drop quite a bit. She is no longer.
You may be the mutiny queen, but I'm not sure you're. Oh,
I
she
rolled
had
an
a decent roll
18.
there.
How did I drop that much further than everyone else?
Here's the thing too. Let's not forget this is the mutiny
roll.
queen, so she might make it back
Yeah, I
with
was
charm
gonna say.
in this
I was
next
gonna say
round.
she's gonna maybe the mutiny queen, but whatever the rest of this stuff is.
I'm
In
confused.
third place,
You
in
see
third
in
place-
you see in Google's eyes one of the reasons he might have dropped a few IQ points since he got this horn on his head, because ever since ramming his face into this rock, he's a little bit dazed.
I think that goes straight to his brain.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I ain't gonna lie.
I
Doesn't
don't
have
think
that
it's
sort of-
like yours because you've got
Doesn't have that
multiple
cushioning
horns.
around it. Yeah, he doesn't have the cushioning around the brain like a hummingbird, a woodpecker does to protect the brain from brain damage. His species hasn't developed that.
I think he might have double mixed. I don't know. Actually, I don't know any of the animals on here. That might, yeah, you're right. That he could have double mixed with another species and just forgotten completely about it. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had 2 doses of the serum and forgot. Anyway, sorry, you were saying third place.
in third place, you see the floating worm is 71. The spider is catching up. You've noticed the spiders did a tremendous amount of damage. They seem very ferocious. They have 61, and then right after that is Bethina with 59. The others are trailing pretty far behind, and they get up to announce, okay, we are on our final. Your mates to perform the ritual, and in this case, we're going to be doing a persuasion roll. So persuasion rolls are a specific challenge in Forge. In Forge, sometimes when a character wants to challenge another player at something, they are going to roll stats against each other. Persuasion is one of those types. There's a few other examples in the rulebook. And whenever you're doing a challenge, you roll your stat, and the other person rolls their stat, and whoever is the highest wins. In this case, you guys are going to be forming your mating ritual against the goat girl and the rabbit species. So those are going to be the two that you are trying to perform against. They are going to roll 10s by default. So if you get below a 10, you're going to fail. In this case, it's IQ, and plus any bonus from something that you might have, like dancing or acting or beauty or something like that of nature, where you are more charming in this particular instance.
So we're rolling our intelligence and maybe a modifier, or what are we?
Yep, your IQ plus any modifiers that you have based
Okay.
off of how charming you think your species is. And this was the charm would be based off of your abilities. So
Okay.
if you think that you are less charming, you could take that as a flaw and take a negative penalty. If you think you're more charming, then you would take a bonus that is 2 points per bonus.
Now,
Okay, so
there's a lot of ways to be charming. Now, because you have you have flavored this as specifically mating ritual charming.
Oh boy.
this is
I don't
fair.
think he's good with the words, but he's certainly good with the wooing of the showing who's the dominant
In action.
alpha, physical, capable of looking after his pride, all that stuff. Could I get any sort of a bonus for like doing one-handed push-ups while staring directly at her and licking my lips or something?
Oh, can you get... Okay, let's make one right now. Let's call it showboating.
Showboating.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Can I have a showboating bonus?
Yep.
Wonderful.
That's really funny.
What do I add to it?
It'll just be 1 point per bonus that you want to take. So however much you think that
and I
that
add
that you
and I
showboat-
add it as a cost, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I've already used up my 205 points,
You got another 5 from today.
I
Yep,
got-
you did.
I
We
got
get
5
another
from
5
today.
each.
On
each,
top of the 5 that you that we had to spend for the low temperature ability.
Did you spend 5 last week? Because we get an extra 5 each week.
Oh, sweet.
I'm sorry, the 5 that you got, that's an additional 5. So you can add 5 to your character point total for the adaptation that the
Gotcha.
GM gave you. And anytime, that's important to note, anytime you find an item or gain an ability or something of that state that actually costs points, you actually gain those points as character points. So when you got that ability, you actually gained 5 points
Gotcha.
for your character's total worth.
So just for...
when we... Okay, so we got an extra 5 from getting the ability with the low temperature. So we've now got
215?
15 from today.
Total.
Okay.
Your total should be 215, yeah.
Okay. No worries. Good to know.
So I'm going to do this inside the game so everyone can see real quick. Out of the available points that I've already spent, we should have 210 in
15.
total.
215.
215 in total. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm changing this to 15, which means I haven't spent about 35 of them. And I'll probably end up doing
my
this.
God.
I could literally be the most charming man to ever exist. What I can do is create... I could create, right? I go to attributes and abilities, and I'd create it from here in my abilities. And then this would be, create the new ability, whatever it would be, plus my points that I want to spend. Yeah, showboating.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm doing showboating. Because I feel like that's a good standard that we can use for all of this, since it is charm, right? Showboating. I'll spend 10 points for charm right now, just as an example. So plus 10 to charm. When doing... What type of acts would these be called? Entertainment value? Romance? Okay.
It's a mating ritual. This is your mating
right.
ritual.
I'm romantic all the time, then. Romance.
I'm romantic.
I am
objectives.
romantic all the time.
Charm in the rulebook is an ability that's listed as an example, and it's listed as 2. For showboating specifically, I marked it as 1. Charm would just be 2, and that's just always like anytime you would have a reaction roll of something of some kind, then that would be for charm. I'll show the.
So
I'll
how
show you guys
what do you... Sorry, yeah. Go on.
this guy here. I hate the way they do their PDF viewer because it's awful.
It's very strange.
But there are reaction rolls are a specific rule covered in there, and reaction rolls normally are what charm is going to be used for.
Okay.
But if it's just for a specific thing, like you said, like showboating or something like that, then it would be less than charm. So
Okay.
So
Okay.
let me read you mine, Ricky, and you tell me how much it would cost. I've put the ability name impressive specimen,
impressive
and
specimen.
the flavor text is when doing something to intimidate, impress, or charm that could benefit from my physique, add a bonus X amount.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh
then
my God.
that'd be 2 points. 2 points per bonus.
2 points per bonus. Cool. So I can spend 8 points and get a bonus plus 4 to it. Cool.
All right, I will make.
Oh my God.
Impressive species. I like it. Okay,
Alright.
so if when you're ready, go ahead and roll IQ and add that modifier to it.
All right. Modify. Boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. 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 Submit. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I did it twice,
With
but I did it twice.
With a 2 intelligence, but a +4 from my my impressive specimen ability, I got a 13 total, which beats the 10 DC. And she is impressed.
I don't know what I want to add to my ability. I have 2 choices here. I either want to add allure, because I'm a like very fertile, foxy old woman.
The rabbit should like that.
Yeah, the rabbit
Or
would kill for that.
I'm gonna add dominance, and Bethina's gonna go the opposite way and be like, "You want this?"
The rabbit's going to be terrified. Rabbits hate foxes.
I think the
But
dominance
they'll
effect
submit
works
to
so
us.
well.
That's
Yeah.
what the point is.
I think if you go with dominance, it fits with how the rabbit would be affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make Bethina a dominatrix.
Yeah.
It's happening. Dominate.
Why
Dom,
not?
grandma, rabbit, or fox mix. Let's go. Man, I'm terrified. I am
So you
terrified.
can do anything in Forge, everybody.
Yeah, you could do so much in
Even things
Forge.
your GM would rather you didn't.
It's all flavor text. Yeah, totally.
It's all possible.
Yeah, Quinn is like me and Goat Girl. We've been at it already. I set up for this. All right, I've been playing my games since the moment this competition started.
Have you just sniped me off the top spot at the last one?
Uh,
Was that
He did,
26? Quinn.
I don't think she was gonna let anybody else win anyway.
it's true. It's a pretty set deal. Fawns and satyrs. This is about to be the most athletic, musically inclined mix. Let's go.
I rolled an 18.
That's good. That's some charming foxy old
That's
lady.
some dominating foxy old lady mating ritual.
It's the look in the eyes. It's the look in the eyes.
You
that
know what
gets
it is? Have you seen the scene from Bambi where the the sexy like squirrel? So like Bethina's tail will like come round and then like wipe across her eyes, but it's not charming whatsoever. It's like, I will kill you if you don't.
It is very Jessica
As
Fox.
the tail
in a way that
reveals,
I'm
she's
killing
got
you.
her sharp claws
It's
out
very-
from the porosity of the bone.
Yeah, it's very like everything's sweet and innocent until it's not.
Oh my gosh, this is too perfect. This is too good. Well, I think we're killing it.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
wait a
ladies
minute.
and gentlemen, we are proud to announce that we have finally concluded the tournament. We will now announce the results. As they get on the podium to announce the results, you guys hear a loud crash.
Whoop.
I think I have it.
I
Boom,
jump
there
up
we
from
go.
doing my one-handed
This way.
push-up.
Are we
Did you
being
guys hear that?
attacked?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go for my rifle.
Things got real.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Hopefully you heard that.
Yes, yeah, I heard that.
A large chain with a big cage comes crashing through the arena. It smashes everything in its path. Luckily, nobody's harmed. The cage seems to have trapped something inside of it, and you guys see this pop out. A very large Uh-oh, did I put that on the GM layer? Whoops.
Is that a mech thing?
Yes.
Are we being attacked by the rebellion group of
Could you put that actually more into frame? Kind of like just like in
where the rope is?
Just smack
Whether-
in the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe not on top of me. Google
where
says.
the right where the rope is.
That is a
Yeah.
huge mech.
That is terrifying.
Very large mech comes crashing through. You can't see if there's anything inside of it. As far as you can tell, it looks kind of like a robot with a large chain coming off its left arm that's connected to this cage. You hear it start reeling in the chain as you hear the clinks of the chain, clink, 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 clink.
Who did it
starts
kidnap?
reeling in, and it looks like it's about to turn around and start leaving.
Who's in the cage?
Who's in the cage? Who did it take?
The prize is in the cage. The goat woman says, "Oh no, that's the prize! Oh, somebody stop him!"
Wait. What's the prize first? Or should we be taking? What's so special about this prize?
The wand. We made the second wand out of the material from the meteorite. We're gonna show you guys the tablets that
Wait, there's
we
more?
originally found when we landed.
Bethina is gonna go into a rage of some
I
kind.
would like to rage. Yeah.
I would like to rage. I think Bethina is just realizes how powerful this thing is. Bethina's highest stat is intelligence. She's very cunning, even if
Mine
she
too.
wasn't going to win this. Even if she wasn't going to win this competition, she knows that in order for her and her friends to lead this world and to be the mutiny queen, she needs to get that wand.
Well, friends, it looks like I should get my job done early. Let's go at this.
Google wasn't anywhere around. He sprinted off. As soon as something crashed, he went off to grab his rifle.
Kids, roll back. Everyone, defensive positions. Let's deal with whatever the heck this is.
So in Forge, the players always go first. Turn down the volume a little bit. The players always go first in Forge, unless they're surprised by the enemy. In this case, we're just gonna... It's not a surprise. You guys seen him come in and crash, and you guys are choosing to attack. So you guys get to go first. And let's break out the quick start guide real quick. Show that to the... Show the players.
The guide.
In the quick start guide on the right hand side, you'll see the combat section. This is a older version. I forgot to upload the newer version. Sorry.
It's all good.
So you guys decide together as a team what your actions are going to be, and you each get 2 actions. If you
cool.
surprise the enemy, you get an additional action. But if the enemy surprise you, then they go first.
Yeah.
On your turn, you have a few options you can see there. The main ones are obviously attack and move. Most things that you do take less than 3 seconds. So if you can argue that it takes less than 3 seconds, then that's one action. And you have a few other options. So the most important ones are for defense. In Forge, you do not get a defense roll by default. It's automatically whatever your defense is. And your defense is your dexterity plus your gear defense that you have on you. That's going to be what anybody has to roll to hit you if they're attacking you. However, you can take a defensive pose. If you take a defensive pose as one of your actions, it'll reduce 3 incoming damage as if you had 3 DR. You can also take a parry as an action. If you take a parry as an action, then you will get a defensive roll. You're sacrificing one of your attacks for defense against any attacks from one character, and it can be as many as they dish out at you. So a parry, a good defensive option if you have wait. A wait action is when you want to wait to see if the enemy's going to do something, like attack or run at you, and then at that point you do something, and that is an action that's a kind of a gamble. If the action does not happen, if what you are waiting for doesn't happen, you kind of waste your action. You can also take an aim maneuver, which increases your hit by 3 for every aim maneuver that you do. Also, it's important to note that every single weapon or attack has the same exact modifier. The modifiers are for hitting multiple targets or hitting a area of attack. All weapons can do that, unless you don't want them to, in which case you would take a flaw for. And they can all be ranged, which again, if you don't want to do, you can take a flaw for that as well. So that's a way to balance out the weapons. All weapons are exactly the same in this game. There's no advantage to having a specific type of weapon. It's more about how you built the weapon. So to attack, you're just going to roll a d20 plus your hit, which is your dx plus any attack gear hit, plus mods. And then casting spells, you could have right now, technically we don't have magic, but if your species has something like the mana shrimp that Dag's character has a punch that can suck people in, and that's an effect. So anything that applies an effect that is not just damage is either a spell or it's a special ammunition that you can use with your weapons. Obviously, special ammunition is limited, so you would have to subtract it each time you use it, as compared to spells, which just use mana, and that gets restored at the end of combat. So, there's no turn order, and there's no initiative rolls, unless players can't decide on who's going first. Usually that only happens if players are fighting each other. In that case, you would just roll a d20 plus your dx to determine who goes first. But if that's not the case, then you guys just decide together as a team what you're going to do. So go ahead, take it.
Quick question. Since our group was ambushed, technically, does the monster go first?
No, I'm not going to treat it as a surprise because he's mostly concerned about grabbing the prize and running off. And you guys are kind of attacking him as he's running off.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to aim for the rope because I'm going to just come up with this ability now. I'm going to have Razor Horn, which makes my horns like
Nice.
extra sharp. So I'm just going
Nice.
to aim to cut that rope away before he can get far enough away to take it
Yeah.
away.
Okay.
What I was thinking of doing was taking a shot at the metal, the glass sort of dome that looks like the face of this thing with my rifle, and try to see if I can crack that. And also
Nice.
using a spell as you call it, which I called Raw. All creatures within 20 meters who can hear me consider me the biggest threat in the combat.
Okay.
Tank.
I am gonna instruct all my children to start using their claws to get inside of the mechanical beast,
Yes,
like an
destroy it.
infestation. We're gonna get inside of it.
Just might have to
Just
get a
like
jump on
start
that one.
scratching and clawing at all the wires. Like we're gonna dismantle this thing from the inside out.
All right. So during the when you guys are performing or announcing what you're going to do with your actions, you can perform any attacks that you're going to do. As far as your children, I'll roll for them.
Okay.
You roll for your character if you want to. Now, for movement in the quick start guide, you always move 5 spaces, so 5 meters is always the distance that you can move with one action.
Cool. It costs you
and
one
you can-
action to move.
You can use from here. You can see that you would obviously be able to reach the roof, so you would move for one action, and then you would attack with the horns. The rifle doesn't need to move. However, there's a penalty for range that's always applicable. So if it's 2 to 5 meters, then that would be -2 to hit. Anything over 5 meters is a -3 to hit, and you subtract damage that you do after for the farther it is. So from 2 to 5 meters, it subtracts 1 damage. And anything further subtracts 2 damage,
Okay, gotcha.
and that's for all ranged attacks.
So I want to be within 5 meters, is what you're saying, or I want to be within 2 meters.
Right, exactly.
I want to be.
Or you
within
could shoot
2
from
meters.
there. It's just
All right,
it's
shoot
your
from
choice.
here.
To hit the eye, you would do 12, so that would be the -3, -2.
-3, -2.
-3 to
Minus-
hit, -2 to damage.
Oh, -3 to hit, -2 to damage. Okay, that's fine. What is do we get to know the target number of to hit then?
No, so normally you do know the target. The GM has the option to keep certain targets secret, for stealth rolls or things that he doesn't want you to know what the target is exactly. In this case, for enemies, the GM will not normally announce the target unless he wants to, and it's kind of up to you guys to figure out what the target is. If you hit something, obviously it's either equal or lower than that defensive score.
So does a ferocity deal with with hit or with damage?
So ferocity is specific to your damage, and ferocity controls the dice that you roll. So let's look at the character sheet real quick for Quinn's character. And if you hover over ferocity, it'll give you a table. And that table gives you the breakdown of what your ferocity is, what dice you always roll. And your attacks can increase the minimum damage that dice roll can do. So as you increase your gear damage, that increases the minimum. But you'll always roll those dice based off of what your ferocity is. You'll notice that it caps out at 21 for 2d20, which means that's the most dice you can ever roll. But you can increase ferocity more because you can still go for breaking inanimate objects, which requires ferocity, and also intimidation. You can use any stat for intimidation with IQ, but ferocity is usually one of the ones people choose, and so you could increase that more to be more intimidating.
I'm gonna shoot this thing with the rifle from where I am then and take the negatives so that I can do another thing with my action.
Okay. So if you're next to your weapon, there's a roll, and in that case you're gonna use the modifier one, which is highlighted in orange.
Yeah.
And that'll allow you to put in that -3.
And that's under rifle. So in rifle under attacks, I've got a box that says damage. Should that be my ferocity plus any damage modifiers?
Yeah, the ferocity is the damage is your minimum damage. So as you increase that, you're gonna be increasing the minimum damage that weapon can do. Your ferocity determines the dice that are rolled, and you can see when you go to your ferocity stat,
So
if you hover over the ferocity.
So I've spent 2 points, what are we calling them? Character points.
Yeah.
I spent 2 character points to get a +1 gear damage, and I also spent 2 to get +1 gear hit.
Okay.
I put those in the boxes next to rifle.
Yes.
Just
So that's gonna make your rifle more accurate, and it'll make that your.
And then it's adding my. So to hit, I roll the orange number that's next to the hit box.
With a -3 for the range.
And then I put in a -3. Gotcha. Okay, let's do that. And let's see how this turns out. -3 modifier, submit. All right. So that has gone with
22.
I got a 14, -3, +10 from my dex, +1 from an accuracy. Okay, so for a total of 22.
Yep, the one came from that +1 on the hit that you put for your rifle.
So
22?
the attacks take your dexterity into account. That's what it's using.
Yes, and if you were to take a parry, it also would take your dexterity into defense. But your dexterity is automatically added into your default defense.
Yeah, sorry. I just in terms of what I'm rolling, because I'm pressing a button, so that works when I'm using the VTT, but I don't know what I'm rolling to hit.
Yeah. So you'd roll a d20. Sorry, let's break out the character. Did I close the quick start guy?
So let me see if I can get it, and you tell me if I'm wrong. So you'd roll a d20, you'd plus your dexterity, because that's to do with your accuracy. Then you'd add any modifiers that are specific to the attack that you're doing, if you have a plus to hit.
Yep.
And then you'd add any other modifiers, like, for instance, the circumstantial fact that I have a -3.
Range. Okay.
So d20 plus dex plus to hit modifier plus anything else that's applicable.
Yeah, since all
the
of our
mods
players
can range from anything.
Yeah, since all of our players are mostly dex based, we are more
Yes.
so dexterous than
everybody's
strength-based.
dexterous in Forge, right? So even physical slamming attacks with a maul is still dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Yep. The only time that you're not rolling dexterity is if you're casting a spell,
Which is
IQ.
which is an effect,
Which is
IQ.
intelligence. Okay.
Okay, so that's my first action. I shot him in the face. They shot the robot in the face. Is a 22 hit?
The 22 is a hit.
Okay, so
So
now I would
now
roll
roll.
the damage thing.
With the -2.
With a -2. There isn't a box next to this. It's just
Yeah,
red.
yeah. The damage one always comes with a modifier.
Oh, it always comes with a modifier, right? Applies to minimum damage. So I would put a -2 on this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then that dealt 1d12. Why did I get 1d12?
Your ferocity.
12 was from. My ferocity is a 10, so I thought from the ferocity damage table.
It'd be
that should
2d6.
be a 2d. No, with a 10 it should have been a d6 and a d8, shouldn't it?
10 says 2d6.
Where are you guys looking?
If you go onto your
No,
character
quick
sheet
stat guide.
and look at ferocity.
All right.
Yeah, just hover over ferocity. It should give you the breakdown.
I'm hovering over it. Nothing's happening.
Over the word ferocity.
Yeah, I'm hovering over the word. I'm
Oh.
not seeing any drop down.
Let me see if I can get onto stream so I can have it show you.
But I'm looking at the quick start guide, right? The quick start guide has a table called damage table, and it's
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, this is outdated.
is that
Quick start
okay?
guide.
That's fine. That's fine. So it's a D12
apologize.
damage. The 7 came from the D12 plus -2. I rolled a 9 -2, which is 7, but I should have got. I should have got a
Should have been
+1
2d6.
from that. Should have got a +1 from that from being rifle with a +1 as well. Shouldn't
I
I?
have those backwards. So the plus the
The damage
The-
from the rifle.
the damage. Remember, the gear damage is your minimum damage that you can do. So it erases the probability that you're going to roll low numbers from your stat.
The gear damage
were to-
is
if
not
you were
not a +1 to your damage.
Right, and if you were to increase it to 12, you wouldn't even need to roll damage. You would always know that you do 12 damage.
It says +1. Oh, maybe this is an outdated part of the quick start guide as well, but it says +1 ferocity for this gear. by taking
Yeah,
the
it's
gear damage.
it's outdated.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
gotcha. Okay.
I apologize.
But it also says on Roll20, damage cannot be below your ferocity. In the chat there, where I've shot a rifle, it says rifle deals 7 damage, cannot be below ferocity 8. Subtract location DR.
I think it's also because it rolled 2d6. Or it
I need
did
to
it roll
update for-
2d6?
Yeah,
No, it
shouldn't say
rolled
ferocity.
one. It rolled 1d12 plus -2.
Yeah.
Okay, so that needs to be updated too.
Yep.
So what? I'm,
Let me write that
I'm
down
a
real
little
quick.
unclear. So if I can't, so what is it saying that I cannot roll less than my ferocity, which is 10? I cannot. do
Yeah,
less
that
than
needs to
my
be, that
ferocity.
needs to be updated.
That
It
needs
should
to-
say it should be cannot be lower than your
And
the
Ten.
gear damage.
New integers.
But I mean,
I thought I
so
up-
the
I
so the
thought I
gear
updated
damage,
this one.
so the gear damage to get 1 point of gear damage cost me 2 character points.
Yes,
But you can't roll below 1 anyway.
correct.
So what's the point of that first damage point?
It's kind of a
With with
what-
modifiers, is it possible to roll a 0?
yes.
If I'd rolled a 1 on the 2D, if I'd rolled a 1 on
Right.
both of the 2d6, then I had a negative
Then
2
you
as a
could have
range.
gotten
I
exactly.
could have done. I
Exactly.
could have hit but done 0 damage.
Exactly.
And then with me having a +1, it's saying my minimum is 1.
Yes.
All
So
right,
you
I'm gonna
no
take
matter
that
what, no
away
matter
from damage
how
and put
low
it
how
into-
low that modifier brought you, it would be 1 point of damage.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take the chances with rolling 2d6 of me rolling less than that is gonna be obscenely low anyway. So I'm just gonna take it out of damage, put it into hit instead, so that I'm more likely to hit. All right.
Okay, and then you have
Cool.
you have a second attack as well.
Yeah, with my second action, I'm going to use my spell Raw to, as I just I've rushed up, I grab my rifle, I bring it up like anime style. You see it like all foreshortened as the rifle comes up, sends off this rifle blast, slams the guy in the window of his mech, and then at the same time, you hear it that's coming up from his throat like a gurgle at first. Bursts out, and then all of my harem starts to join in from wherever they're cowering at the moment from the loud noises. And he considers me, well, anybody within 20 meters of me considers me the biggest threat in the combat.
Suddenly, the Gurgle nickname makes sense.
Feels right. Feels right.
It took us 63 years, but
Now
I
we know.
finally understand.
You know, I wonder how good he is at
Take this
singing.
quick
That's my
If we
turn, I
survive,
believe.
if we
That's my
survive
direction.
this, let's find out later.
Yeah. I got a band with the kids, so we'll make it work.
So if you let me
Karaoke.
upload the quick start guide. Let me change this
Google
image
karaoke.
so it's accurate.
You can change
Oh,
it
yeah,
later. It's fine. We can move on.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll move on.
So if you look at the quick start guide as well, it has the hit locations on there.
Yes. Yeah.
We didn't throw in the penalty there, but to hit the head would technically cause stun. In this case, it's a mech, so
Yeah,
it's
I
he's
figured it
huge and
wasn't
we're not
using. I wasn't doing a cold shot at any one of those.
right,
things.
and he's huge. So if
Whenever
his size is.
Whenever you attack, do you have to specify which part of it you're going for, or can you just roll an attack?
If you don't specify, it's automatically the torso.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So the 22 was a hit. You did 7 damage, and you notice that the window does crack a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it did a lot of damage.
No, didn't expect it to smash in one. I'll hit it twice.
All right, I
next
updated
time.
the quick start guide for you guys. Sorry about that.
Oh,
That's all right. I don't
Sounds
think I
good.
can reach. If we can only move a certain amount of squares per 3 seconds, I don't think I can actually get to the thing.
You can reach him here.
Is it 5? You can move 5 squares per action.
Yeah. So the first one,
so you can
the first
spend
one,
all-
you'd only be able to get up.
So
to
I
here.
can spend my
Spend
my
both
whole
of your action
turn
points
just getting to the
To
thing.
go 10 meters. Yeah.
Yep.
But then I could also basically put myself in really dramatic dangerous spot by being
Yeah.
there for the next round. So I think I'm going to help Quinn with the rope instead. I'm going to get all of my children to help claw this thing to pieces with you.
Yeah, from treacherous to martyr. So let's not do that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 5 spaces to the rope, and I'm gonna attack the rope with my claw attack.
Okay.
So I roll.
The rope is an inanimate object, so in that case, you're just going to roll ferocity, and
Okay.
the rope's difficulty is a 12.
Okay. I rolled a 26.
Sheesh.
Oh.
Nice. So you and your children come over and break the rope pretty quickly, snapping off the cage part. I don't think Quinn went yet, right?
No, we'll get to that in a second. It's all right.
I'm helping.
Are we gonna do this at the same time? We multiing?
Yeah, I think everyone's moving simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
are you can? All right, we'll move on to me. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there. I guess I rolled a 30, so Dex.
You
Let's
headbutt
go.
the cage.
Yeah. I'll just take the wand myself. Screw it.
Do it. Become the king. Become the king.
Well, then he could just take me away in the cage, so I can.
I think he won the competition as well. So
yeah.
Quinn, take the wand. Be the king we need.
Be the king. I don't think we did this on purpose, did we? But my highest is toughness, Quinn's highest is dex, your highest is intelligence, and Dag's highest was ferocity, right?
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause
Potentially.
he did the
I know
praying
I
mantis thing,
did.
and I remember
I
he
know
put
I
like
did
a 16
mine
into it.
purposely
You
because I
did,
saw.
you were like,
I was like, you
"Somebody else
guys
needs
are all
intelligence."
doing. Yeah, I was like, we need an intelligent person.
Right.
Yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
we all ended up with one of the other stats being our highest.
Pretty perfect.
You did roll toughness. Is your ferocity 8 as well?
My ferocity. I'll just make it 8. Why not?
6. It was 6,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Yeah. That'll be the last of my
Okay,
points
cool.
after everything's been done tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys managed to- Snap,
I
and
didn't
you
spend
were trying to
35.
break the rope as
You
well?
won. You won that competition with points to spare. You
Yeah,
allocated all of your stats.
Yeah, it was frustrating for all of us involved.
I had good rolls, and then that was it. It
You
was.
had motivation. It was the goat
Yeah.
woman
Yeah.
that really did
I literally
everything.
went, "Oh my god, I got a reason. Let's go. It's time."
Okay.
The bee flies off. She's terrified. The rabbit starts running after the mech and gets
Damn, go
close,
rabbit.
as well as so is the goat woman. You guys notice that the mech turns around and realizes that you guys aren't afraid of him. So he goes into attack mode. He sees the rabbit next to him and the goat woman, and he slams his claw arm down onto them.
Rabbit stew.
Your girlfriend might be dead.
I'm scared. Which one's my girlfriend? Which one is it? Roll 1, roll 2.
The lower of the two.
Always, always. This is about to be real tragic real fast.
Because it's always in alphabetical order. Rabbit, Sata. So the rabbit was first.
They hit
It changes the species. Just sort of like-
both of the claw, both of the claws come down and hit. How do I do these?
Also, this is in beta, so we're all learning together at the same time how this plays out.
Yeah.
The rabbit takes 7 damage, and you can see he's hurting pretty bad. The go woman ends up taking 4 damage. She scratches it off like it was nothing. She's
Let's
ready
go.
to fight. The other
You got
The
some
other
hit
three-
points.
the other 3 also managed to catch up, and it is the player's turn again. So
Right.
again, you guys all act together, decide your 2 actions, and then we'll play them out as you
Alright.
guys.
How's
I
this
had-
rope
I
looking
had
real
a-
quick?
Yeah, true.
The
The rope
rope's
is snapped.
torn.
I'm sorry, the rope is snapped. It's detached from the chain of the mech.
Okay, so okay, cool. That's good to know.
Go
When
get the wand. Get
So
the
can I ask? So I had a point left of my character points to spend, and I saw that you can buy a single use spell for a point. So I did that, and I've written it as this, but you can tell me if it needs balancing more. I've called it adrenaline overload, and the effect is you can take an extra action this turn at the cost of one of your actions next turn and 1 damage. So I'll be like exhausted next turn and only have 1 action. And I'll have used all of my mana, and I'll take a damage from it because I've overexerted myself. Would that be a spell that I could take?
Yeah. So the spell is to put
So the
extra
spell
damage
effect.
into.
No, the spell effect is to give me 3 actions then instead of 2 on this turn, but then next turn I only get 1 action and I take a damage. I get hurt by 1 point.
I like it. Yeah.
Oh. All right, so that's what he does. He gets that rifle out, and he just goes overloads the rifle. I'm just going to take 3 shots at this mech, at the face of this mech, and he's going to adrenaline overload himself and take a damage from it.
There's a
That's
lot
a-
of gurgling.
He's gurgling.
That's
He's
a
gurgling
good
his
balance
own blood.
attack too.
Yeah, he's roaring so much that it's like tearing up his throat, and blood starts forming at the sides of his mouth. That's where the damage comes from, maybe. All right, so let's
I
go.
think he needs his rabies shot.
Oh, can you just measure out for me how far that mech is? Because if I use one of those actions to get closer, maybe it's better for me to 9-10 meters.
Yep.
So if I ran forward 5, I'd be within 4, so I'd take less of a penalty. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move 5 spaces directly towards it with
And
my
hit him
first
twice?
action, and then just hit him twice, because then I've got
Nice,
less of
nice.
a damage, less of a modifier. on each one.
And he is only staring at you at this point. He is
yeah, he is.
brought in through your raw, and he's only focused on you.
Now that he's crushed that rabbit, he is. Modifiers -2 to hit. Let's go. Boom. Let's go, baby.
Woohoo!
What was that?
26.
26 will hit.
Let's
I'll roll the
go.
other one now while I'm at it. -2 to
Do
hit.
it.
Come on. -2 to hit. Both of them will hit with a 25 and a 26.
Oh my god.
And then I'm gonna do damage, which is a -1 now, right?
Yep. Before you roll damage,
Yeah.
Bathina, what are you
Oh
doing?
yeah, true.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use my movement and my which one is the physical one? The dexterity. I'm gonna get in that cage and get the wand.
The cage is locked in, so you're gonna have to break into the cage. And the
Can I
toughness.
squeak? Can I?
Can I wiggle?
Can I,
Flexion
can
finesse
I
our way
wiggle?
through?
Can I
Yeah.
argue that like a rodent,
With her
I
small
could
stature.
get between small spaces by like getting my body through the cage bits.
She's very supple.
I guess your children could, but the thing that's inside of it is also locked from the people who made the prize,
it's
so
a
that's
double.
also going to be a problem.
Okay,
It's a double
okay.
double.
So that thing will not fit outside of the cage, and it's also
It's not
locked.
just like a loose one. Okay, well then I will run to the
Picking
cage and
locks
I
would
will.
be
Yeah,
dexterous.
I'm gonna use my claws to get in the lock.
Okay, all right.
The titanium
Tear it apart.
Wolverine claws.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
but,
actually
like-
terrified of those claws.
Yeah.
So that's just my.
Dexterity. Roll dexterity, and I think the
Can
target for the cage is going to be 28, but I guess the lock will be 22.
Yeah, am I using my, so here's a question for you. Am I using my intelligence to get the lock open, or am I using my claw attack?
The claws, right? I mean, it's
Okay,
your choice.
so
You can use either one.
I'm gonna use my claws to hit.
If you want to use your IQ to figure out how to
I rolled a
break it
21.
open. Not quite.
Not quite enough to open this?
It
All right.
was a
So you got through.
No, I didn't open I haven't opened the lock yet. I'm still trying to tear
Scratching
the
at it.
lock up. 21 was not enough to break the lock.
Okay.
Top
All right.
Connect.
Yeah, I'm also near the cage at this point, and I am going for it. I am just
Nice.
focusing
Do
on
it.
trying to ram through. I'm gonna ram a hole into this cage so
Do
I
it.
can get that wand. All right.
Do you have a ram attack, or are you just straight
Yeah, that was
up
one of the.
just-
It's my razor
Oh,
horns.
cool. Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
Razor horn, yeah, that's right.
Nice.
So it's a good thing I made that thing. All right.
How do I give you access to move it? Oh,
Let's go, baby! Roll
Whoa.
39. I think 39 will do it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There you go, thank you.
And I think you still have one action left too, Gurgle. Right? Or no, you attacked twice.
I
Right?
got,
25, 26, both those hit.
I hit both of them, and I'm gonna roll damage in a sec.
Okay. And Bethina and Quinn both have an action left as well.
Okay.
I moved to the cage and then I clawed attacked, which I think is my 2 actions.
Oh, right.
And I think
Okay.
I think Quinn did the same.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, I rolled. There it is. Look, just as I said. The damage, the minimum damage thing's never gonna be useful for me.
Yeah.
I rolled
So you
a
rolled the
1,
one- you get
1d12.
one damage.
Oh, mind you, that should have been 2d6. We said, right?
2d6, yeah.
I rolled a
I think
1d12.
it's doing one. It's one
Yeah,
off.
I don't know why it's doing it. I don't know
did
why it's
0 base instead
doing
of 2
it.
base.
So, oh yeah, I'll just roll 2d6 and go 6 minus 1. Is it 6 minus 1 is 5? 5 points of damage. 5 points of damage with the first one. And
see-
then I will do it again with a minus. What is it? -1 again. The second one comes in as it's gonna 2d12 again, but we'll see. 1d12, but it'll be 10 points of damage.
So the first one, you see ricochet off. It doesn't do any damage.
Oh,
The
so
second
damage
one
works.
cracks the window of the mech. You see the glass fall off, and inside you see a human. It's not a hybrid of any kind. It's just a human.
It's those criminals from the ship.
Oh yeah, they did take their own thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I,
So everybody went right. Everybody took their actions. I think so, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything.
yeah. Well, I
The
did
mech
one
takes his-
action to break the cage. I still need to take the other action to break the secondary cage.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
smash
yep.
the cage.
Do it.
All right.
Second one is a little bit easier. So
It's
And you
you
rolled a
know
36. 39.
This wand is
39
rightfully mine.
Do it. Yes.
T1.
King Quinn.
You crack it open and you notice that there is a wand inside.
Yes.
It'll take an action to pick up the wand, but you can do that on your next turn. The mech grabs his chain arm, he shoots the chain and connects it to the cage, and is now connected to the chain and the cage. He looks over at Gurgle, he aims his other arm. You see something start glowing. As it charges, he shoots a flame straight at Gurgle.
Awesome.
Let's go ahead. What's your defense, Gurgle?
Total defense is just dexterity, right? So 10. I don't have any gear. Google doesn't wear armor. He doesn't wear anything. He relies on his
What?
furry body. Google's got a furry
He doesn't
body.
need clothes.
Total defense is just 10.
So he shoots the flame, and it shoots right above your head. It wasn't quite close
Duck
enough
down,
to hit
duck
you.
down behind that rock that you can see on the map there.
The flame goes shooting over your head. Rabbit and Goat Girl go ham, as well as the spider and the bull. They all take a couple actions. You notice they're trying to hit the arm that's containing the chain. They don't want it to take off. They don't want him to take off with the chain.
This right now is a moment. Right now, I just want to do a quick pause. This would be my character's name is Quinn, and he's grabbing a wand. If you've ever watched Magician, this is the best moment ever. That is so unexpected. And I love it.
Nice.
Over my head, I'm afraid. I'm not a magician. This is a lot of damage being rolled.
You see most of their attacks being repelled off. The Goat Girl manages to ram her horns into the arm, causing a little bit of sparks to fly off. You can tell some damage might have been done, but he's not immobile yet, and he's still intact. Nothing seems to be any problem. We are back to the player's turn. Again, you have the wand staying there in front of you inside of the cage, and the chain is now connected to the cage.
As far as my turn is gonna go, unless you do something that changes it. And now that I can see the guy who's behind it, Google is gonna, like, the rifle is overheating from shooting it too many times, like in quick succession. But he's gonna just hold in. He starts to sear his hand, which is why he gets the damage, and he's just gonna take a headshot at that guy.
Nice.
Okay. A headshot is a -7.
Yep.
And that will cause him to stun. In the game, whenever you stun somebody, they are immobile on their next turn, and they fall prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do that, but you guys tell me what you guys are gonna do first.
I'm gonna half bow to the new king who has the wand, and then I'm going to use both of my turns to defensive pose and parry in front of our new king. So any attack that comes towards Quinn, I will take.
First night, let's go.
Yeah. My lord.
Okay.
I'm just now realizing we didn't specify how long the threat raw mana spell thing does that I did. Like, how long does he consider me the biggest threat in combat? Don't know.
So by default, spells have a duration of 1 turn.
1 turn.
You can increase the duration by giving yourself a penalty. It's -5 for each time for each thing of duration you want to increase it.
Right.
Since this is the spell was a 1 turn duration of attracting, I would say it was like a 9
Right. Yeah.
difficulty.
Gotcha.
And you rolled. What did you roll when you cast that spell?
I didn't. You didn't ask me to roll anything, so just assumed it went ahead.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll that, and then we'll just apply the duration the max possible duration that you could have gotten from that.
Do I use it with modifiers or anything? Just use the spell modifiers.
It would have been a range. It would have been a range of -3.
-3. Okay, sure. Why not? -3 modifier.
13. So it looks like it would have just lasted 1 turn.
Sweet. Cool. Cool. So then, as you get in front of Quinn to defend him, and Quinn picks up the wand, I will just hold in to this overheating rifle and shoot him with a -7 to hit, to try and get a headshot on him. And let's see if I can roll well. Let's hope. -7 to the headshot, and then because of the range that I'm at, that's another -2, right? So it's a -9.
Yep.
-9. I don't know what this human's armor class is now that he's open from the mech, but let's hope that it is not that high. Here we go. I got a 4.
Oh no.
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
No.
Got a -9, and then +10 from Dex.
It whizzes right past his head, hitting right behind him.
I took my
Not
hit
quite.
point of damage, and that's my one action this round.
Nice.
I'm gonna
And-
grab that wand and I'm gonna shoot straight at same shot as Gurgle.
Okay.
No idea what this one does.
No idea what this wand
minus
does.
3.
Nice.
So minus
The
3.
wand of smiles.
But I'm gonna use my attacking horn or sharp horn as my attack.
Nice.
To add on to this, because my magic spell is basically just amplified me in spiritual form, because I have no idea how to.
In spiritual horns. Yeah. No. Do you place
Rolling in the
the wand into your horns
Oh
like a
my
unicorn
gosh.
situation?
You know what? I can. Yeah, we'll say there's a
Yeah,
horn
okay.
spot that will just fit into it perfectly, and I'm gonna just full on.
Horns.
That's
All right.
brilliant. You
So-
are a unicorn.
I'm an omega corn. I don't know how many. This is like
So many
Uh-huh.
horns.
so many horns.
Unicorn.
And one of them is a
duocorn,
wand. This is great.
Tricorn.
And then this is what do I have to do this with? Intelligence?
So if it has an effect, then it's automatically an intelligence. If it's just damage, you can add that as an attack.
Okay.
He's using
if,
the wand
if all you're
though,
planning on
so
doing with damage. So I mean, you're shooting your horn pretty much.
Yeah.
He's shooting with
The
the wand
wand.
that he's just picked up.
Yeah.
The magic wand.
Oh, I
that
got
he
you. I
just
got you.
as a
So
prize.
some
We don't know what it
some
does.
kind of magic blast or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, do we get to
Okay.
choose what the wand does?
Well, at this point, when you pick up the wand, you would not actually have magic yet, because in order to unlock magic, you technically have to touch the tablets the correct way.
Oh.
Part of the puzzle or whatever.
Didn't know that was part of that. So I don't know any of that
So you
knowledge.
just
Haven't.
so you pick up the wand and you go. "Huh!"
And nothing happens.
Just
Nothing
magical
happens.
belief.
I was hoping that would do something. Shit.
That is actually perfect because I'm not the brightest guy, so that's fine. So I'm gonna pretend I have this wand. I put it into my horn segment of my like 5 or 6 different horns now, and I'm just gonna go and just nothing. I'm just really just flicking my hair forward.
His hair comes over his
So
eyes,
as
so he's
the
not
bullet-
sure whether anything happened or not. Did it,
Yeah.
did it do a thing?
Did it work? Did it? I'm still trying to fix. I'm also trying at the same time. There's the goat girl, and I'm just trying to like say, did it work? Did
Every
She's-
time he flicks his
she's
hair
in-
now, there's prestidigitation just sparks.
That's amazing.
So, as the bullet whizzes past the guy's head, he realizes he's vulnerable, and he's getting attacked by a few people.
Sure is.
He doesn't realize that you have taken the wand because he's been so focused on Gurgle. He manages to pull in the chain. He pulls the cage with him. You guys manage to move out of the cage right before it hits
yeah.
you, and he starts running off at full speed. He has a higher speed than 5, so if you haven't used an ability to increase your speed, you're not going to be able to catch him. And he starts running off with the cage kind of.
is he going through water?
Maybe,
Yeah, or
maybe,
just-
yeah, maybe
Owen's
Owen
just standing
can
right
achieve-
behind him and just bam punches his legs out. Of him.
Technically, like depending on where that mech is going, then maybe like next episode we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
I was going to ask a
The
question. I've
mechanics-
totally lost what it was. Never mind.
What
The mech starts heading.
what was with that human? Yes.
I think he was one of the rebels from the ship that crash landed.
I don't remember him at all being part of that group. I'm not sure.
I didn't see many of their faces because when we crossed over to the other ship, they immediately got arrested, and I don't think we interacted with any of
Nah.
them. So he could be anyone for all we know.
It's
But-
true.
This place was, about unifying and a place of peace. And I think we should unify together under you, Quinn, winner of competition and master of wand.
Quinner.
Yes, Gurgle. And we should launch a war against the Mech Man. Who's
I'm-
with us?
I'm
one of,
so
one of my
down.
lion women is licking my wounds on my hands. Yeah,
I-
I'm with you.
I'm just gonna be like, I cue the kids. I just look over. For those of you that just jumped in, all of my kids are. I'm part of like a fawn group. I've created a hybrid fawn
Satan type
species.
person.
Yeah. And since we all know music, I cue the kids, and I'm like, it's time for something epic. And in these times, where we have faced so much and gone through so much to unite us. Let us fight together and find out what's at the bottom of this.
Yes, King Quinn, King Quinn, King Quinn.
All of my harem start roaring at the same time as well. We're all behind you, King Quinn.
All of your lion
Quinn.
hybrid children are being ridden by the squirrel fox children with weapons.
With weapons in hand. That's a pretty epic place to leave it. Do we see the thing riding off into the distance, Ricky?
Yes, he's flying directly north.
We see the direction he's going. All right.
Okay.
Where's Owen? We need to find him. He should come
Yeah.
with us.
We find it next week on Forge
Next week on
playtest.
Hopefully, we find Owen.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, where here is my face and here is my space.
Nope.
I'm Dead Aussie Gamer. Make sure to tune in next week. Australian. Make sure to tune in next week on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, where I'll be joined by these wonderful people for continuation of part 4 of 5 of this Forge playtest.
And
Go
a special
around real
shout
quickly
out.
and tell. Yeah, quickly go around and tell everybody where they can find you if they loved your work today. Let's start with the wonderful AJ down there.
Hi, hello, I'm AJ Winters. I am a world builder and dungeon master from Winter's Tales. If you want to see a live play D&D game in a studio, this one right here, the first one in Australia, you can tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. AWST or 8 a.m. for any Eastern Standard Time folks. For that, it's in a completely homebrew world and it's chaos. So come join.
Wonderful, thank you, AJ. Down over there to my fellow Australian friend, Detective Tato.
Yes,
because
I'm
we're all
very
Australian,
Australian.
when I say so.
Yes, yeah. I am Detective Tato. You can find me on all socials at Detective Tato. I'm right now on hiatus from streaming. I am a voice actor. You can find some of my work on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that one because I have to check with Dag if that's okay to say. But yeah. Also, special shout outs to our raids that came in. We had Phoenix Iwaki.
Phoenix Iwaki.
And
Yeah.
Darling
Phoenix
Creeps.
Darling Creep Show. Yeah, thank you for the raid, guys. I hope the streams went well. You all are amazing. And I'm going to throw it off to, last but not least, our amazing GM.
You forgot Robert
Thank-
Hartley, GM.
Yeah, Robert Hartley, the best one on the stream. He had to run away, so he couldn't plug himself. So I'll plug him for him.
Oh, right,
Robert
right.
Hartley, GM, is in all of the different places all over the internet at Robert Hartley. He's
Oh my
a
God.
professional Dungeon Master, TTRPG player, full-time nerd, and just all-round handsome, attractive, intelligent, wonderful, and humble guy. You should find him on all of the things by typing in Robert Hartley GM. But for today, Ricky, tell us where we can find Forge and back it if we like the idea that we're seeing in this playtest.
Yep. If you liked what you've seen today and the modularity with the robustness of being able to kind of just pick what you want and go on with what you want, check us out on Kickstarter. We're on Forge. It's in the chat. And we also have forgerps.com if you want to get your hands on something right now. Everything's still kind of being finalized, but Kickstarter is 1 week in. So go ahead and check that out, and we'll see you next time.
And I have been, as always, Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. I'm amazing and a wonderful role player as well as all of these people. So you should definitely come back here and follow the channel and all of that stuff. Until next time, telling you to game hard or die trying. See you later, everybody.
Oh, wait, I didn't know we're going to raid, so should we raid someone?
Yeah, gotta raid someone.
Oh, yeah, we should probably raid someone. Hold up. I'm sorry, we're not saying goodbye to yet.
I'll
We
just keep
wave.
waving.
Also...
That's all right. The playmat is streaming if you want to
fine,
go
I'll
raid
just-
the
I'll just keep-
playmat.
I don't know how I'm supposed to
Just
raid
waiting.
for him.
Just
Are the
smile
mods
and
here?
wave.
Who's a mod here?
Smile and wave.
I think you'd have to raid from Dag's channel, which
Oh.
you don't
I can't raid.
have access
Wait,
to.
Rob
it's all
can,
right.
though,
Just
Raid.
Do we?
Raid.
Okay. You know what?
can
It's
you
fine.
manual raid?
I
in
can't
the
manual
thing?
raid. Well, guys, do.
No, never mind.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
unofficial
Bye.
raid. Go over to the playmat. Bye.
Yeah, play that. Bye.
Tell